My name's Kesey Williams. I work in the cardiac ICU, and I've been with UMC for 1 year.
My name is Jody Rogers. I work at UMC as a heart monitor tech, and I've been there for about 4.5 years. Being a heart monitor tech, we're down there in the basement, and we're generally watch about 2 or 3 monitors. Some stations have 4, so we up to about 60 patients per monitor tech, and we simply pretty much interpret the rhythms of what people are doing.
The specialty of CI is that we do open heart surgeries, and they're not recovered in PACU or in SI, which they are in some of the other hospitals. But here at UMC, all of the open heart surgeries go up to CI and immediately from their surgery, and we recover them, which is a lot of a balancing act of working with their blood pressure and fluid volume status and monitoring a whole bunch of things, and hemodynamics is kind of one of our specialties.
So post-op open heart surgeries, we monitor them every hour. We're going in and checking up on them, making sure all of their drips are on the right settings, and just adjusting everything so that the patient is most stable.
So whereas the nurses see the faces, we see their heartbeat in real time. And we see not only the heartbeat, but their stats and everything else. Since we are frontline, we do watch these patients in real time. Seconds do matter. Even if it's the slightest infraction, we call and let the nurses know. That way they can jump in and do what they need to do. So
a lot of times we're taking care of our patients, and as much as we'd like to watch the monitors, we really rely on telemetry to catch any changes in our patients' rhythms so we can get to it in a timely manner.
One night, there was a patient that had came in, and so he was there on the unit about maybe 10, 15 minutes, not long. I noticed that the his rhythm was kind of a little elevated. And so I watched it for a few minutes, and I'm like, I better call. So I called the charge nurse. So I said, do y'all mind taking an EKG on that patient? She said, well, what are you seeing? I said, his ST segment. I said, it's elevated. I said, a lot. And she said, okay. She said, I'll get an EKG. So she got the EKG, and I kept waiting for her to call me back and tell me, no, it's okay. But she didn't call back, so I called, and she said, he's on his way to the cath lab. I said, oh, okay. She said, he's having an active heart attack. I said, wow. And she told me, she said, you know what? She says, I'm glad you was watching. She said, because you probably saved his life.
You got to remember, I mean, that's somebody's family member, whereas we don't actually see the face, we only see the heart rhythm. But we do know there's a patient on the other side of that heart rhythm, and that's somebody's grandma or grandpa. So it feels really, really good knowing that we just saved a life.
Returning people to their families so that they continue to have those sweet relationships is actually really a huge reason why I stay working as a nurse bedside, and one of the reasons that I love my job is getting to see families' interactions and the joy that they have when they know that someone's doing better and gets to go home.
You're there at a time where like a tender moment with patients, with their families, can make a big difference. So I feel like I'm making a big difference with them. We have a heart
for our patient's heart.